Hi everyone, it's Christy here, and I wanted to introduce you to this new challenge over at Paper Issues called Scrap Soup. And so, what it is you have a kind of a recipe of things that you need to include in your layout. So, for this month, it had two rectangular strips of paper, one being 11 inches long and one being 9 inches long. You needed three 4x6 rectangles, and you also needed four words and seven embellishments. So these are the things you have to have. You can definitely have more. So, for example, the words, I definitely have more than four words on this layout, and I have way more than seven embellishments. But I wanted to challenge myself in completing this challenge from Paper Issues because I just love I love a good challenge, I guess, and I definitely needed to do some creative thinking in including those longer strips of paper, but I do end up doing it. So, anyways, blah blah blah. I am using Paige Evans. I'm using two of her collections here and kind of combining them. So the papers are from her newer collection. I don't know the names. And then that little cut apart and some of the ephemera are from the Take Me Away collection. And so you just see a little iris container there off to the side is full of little scraps of paper and the ephemera and that sort of thing. And then on to the right side you see a chipboard sticker sheet. That's from the collection. I didn't really get a lot from her latest collection. I only got a few 12 by 12 papers and the chipboard sheet. But I'm bringing in some other stuff too, like these Tim Holtz tiny word stickers and the Bella Boulevard black hearts. So just picking a few things and using them to make the layout kind of cohesive. So, all right, I started by stapling down that in stacks and then adding a tiny word sticker and a heart. Now I'm using a chipboard piece that says whole lot of lovely, and I added a tiny word sticker there that says memories, so it says a whole lot of lovely memories. I used an ephemera piece that said brilliant, and I backed it on just a scrap piece of paper and attached it to that beautiful photo of the blue sky. We had absolutely gorgeous weather for this week, which is April 17th to the 23rd. And so I wanted to document the lovely blue sky. And I knew I wanted to bring in that wood veneer piece up at the top of your screen that says April. And because we're kind of running out of days in April, I'm running out of layouts in April. So I wanted to get that used up. But and then I want to bring in some more wood veneer. When I put the wood veneer on the layout, I just didn't love the way it looked. And I wanted to, I don't know, I just wasn't loving it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring in some more black. And I haven't done this in a while, like a long time. I just use my StazOn ink to ink the wood veneer, and the color takes really well. Your hands get a little messy, but that's all right. So I brought in a little girl piece, wood veneer piece, and some stars, and I just inked those, and then I inked the month of April. All right, here I am now. I'm pretty confident I have everything included except these scraps of paper. So I'm cutting the strips of paper. I'm cutting them. This one is 11 inches long, and I didn't worry about the width at all. I just kind of eyeballed it, and I folded it up. I originally thought that I would cut it, but then I kind of thought that was cheating. So I folded it just to kind of be something different and a little dimensional, I guess. And I thought that I might stitch this on, but I've done a bit of stitching in the last couple layouts, so I didn't really want to do that again. You know, like I like my layouts to be different. So as you're turning the pages in the album, it's not like stitching, stitching, stitching. And I also pay attention to what collections I'm using too. But anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to stitch, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And I was a little worried that the patterns would be a little bit too busy here, but once you get the title on there and the dates, it looks okay. I mean, I don't love it, but I completed it. I included everything in the recipe, so I'm happy with that, and it's done. So anyway, I just adhered down the April wood veneer with some glossy accents, used these thickers that are from crepe paper, their Valentine collection, added a chipboard piece and a Bella Boulevard black heart, and called it good. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, I guess. I mean, it ties in everything. So I just did some switching around here of the 3x4s just because the balance was of tiny word stickers and stuff, labels and embellishments and stuff was kind of bothering me a little bit. Like everything seemed to be at the bottom, so I don't really like when two things are next to each other where all the embellishment clusters are at the bottom. So I just switched that up, added some labels there. That one photo is of me feeding some goats at this kind of farm that's pretty close to our house. So added a label there so I can do some journaling about that. And that's the left hand side done. Now I'm on to the right hand side, and now I need to include a strip of paper that is 9 inches long. So again, just eyeballing the width and trimming it to 9. And then I really liked this mint color, so I'm just backing it so that you'll see the mint color when you fold it. I didn't want to see the scalloped pattern. It just didn't go for me, so I just have mint on both sides, and then I'm playing around with including this card that's from Studio Calico. It says Sunny Days or Sunny Day, I can't remember. And like I said, the weather was gorgeous this week, so I wanted to include that. And I really liked the white as well, that it provided some journaling space. So I'm just playing around with how to include that. So I do end up covering a little bit of it, but I'm okay with that. And then I'm just going to adhere it down to this patterned paper with the little polka dots and speckles. I really love that paper. So I just trim off the excess there, and now it looks weird. It looks weird to me, so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll bring in another floral chipboard piece. Then I'm like, no, that's covering up too much of the strip of paper, and it doesn't really go with the speckled paper either, so I'm like, what can I do here? So I bring in these banner arrow pieces and just layer those on top. It's still looking a little plain to me, so I'm going to bring in some of the Bella Boulevard hearts. And I play around with bringing in a white one, but I just don't, the whites don't really match. Like the card white and the heart white just don't look the same. So I bring in 2 hearts, and that's good enough for me. I mean, spent too long on that card anyway. And then the top photo here that I'm working on now, this is the third 4x6 rectangle. So that originally that photo was a 4x6, but I just trimmed it off. It allowed for some trimming, so I just trimmed it up and added layered piece of paper there from the 6x6 pad. Added a chipboard piece, and that one's pretty much good to go. Bringing in these alphas again to the right hand side, and that A used to be a V, so I just colored it there with my slick writer. And then I wanted to bring in some more tiny word stickers, so this says a heartfelt roar. We visited a playground in our city, and it's like a dinosaur theme, and it was amazing. It was so cool. So just a photo there of Nora next to the dinosaur head. And then I'm bringing some more tiny word stickers that say loving you. I really like those stickers a lot. And they've kind of been hiding on me. I hadn't used them in a long time. And then I want to bring in some more labels and some more pops of yellow because I have some yellow on the left hand side and not really a lot on the right hand side here. So just add a little label and another heart. Then I remembered I hadn't included any wood veneer on this side. So I go to my little stash there, get rid of that paper clip. It just wasn't working out for me there. But I inked these wood veneer, a cloud. I don't know why I picked a cloud. I think it just kind of spoke to me in the moment. And then some more stars, just because I use stars on the left. Just showing you my fingers there. It is messy for sure, so be careful. and uh, and then adhering those down with my glossy accents. And we're pretty much done here. Like it came together really quickly. I'm gonna do my journaling off camera, but usually I put my two sides of the layout side by side and add some extra stuff. And this time I didn't make any changes or add anything. So I don't know what happened there, but pretty happy with how quickly it came together. So if you have any questions or comments for me, please let me know. I always love hearing from you, and check out the challenges this month at Paper Issues. I'll leave the link in the description box for you and come play along. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.